Good evening, guys. So let us go through this simple thing that I taught all of you yesterday, most of you yesterday. But for the rest of the people, let us go through it once again. So first, in order to find out what is the shareholding pattern and how to present it, first go to BAC. You can see the link www.bscindia.com. Click on the first link. Scroll down below. Okay. Now get code from this area. Search the ticker's name. We are going to work on Tata Steel Limited. So scroll down. See, you can see it's Tata Steel. Just scroll down. Go to the shareholding pattern. Here you can see that promoter and promoter group shareholding is 33.92%. Is this visible to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And the public shareholding is 66.08%. Now, as you can see, this is the main screen for shareholding pattern and it is in a summarized format, right? So you just scroll down a little bit, then you can see there are a few links given over here. Statement showing shareholding pattern of promoter and promoter group. So if you click
Sir,
here,
can you repeat it again? Actually, due to network issues, I wasn't able to see.
okay. What I am saying is, this is the page for Tata Steel. You search it here, get code, you type Tata Steel, click on it, and then this page will open up. Then on the left hand side of your screen, you can see equity derivatives, debt, other SLB, corporate announcements, financials, meeting, corporate action, like that. There are many tabs over here. So you click on the shareholding pattern. Then if you just scroll down a bit, you can see it is written promoter and promoter group and their shareholding is 33.92. So you can see where are the places you should check. Category of shareholder. So who are the shareholders? Total number of shares held you can see here, and shareholding as a percentage of total number of shares. Alright, calculated as per ACRR 1957, and this thing is given here. So this is the shareholding of the promoters in Tata Steel. So what is their shareholding in Tata Steel? Of the promoters, 33.92%, and for the public it is 66.08%. So now, as you can see that it is written here that it's public shareholding, right? Do you know what are the other names for public shareholders?
Retail investor.
And is this only retail?
Public institutional also share.
Yes. So actually, you can even call it, you can even treat it as if you number of shares multiplied by share price. This is number of shares. If you multiply it with the share price, which is 1167.50, you will get free float market capitalization of any company. Free float market capitalization means the amount of shares that is available in the stock market for public at large to trade on it freely. So institutions can buy those stocks. Institutions means financial institutions, social institutions as well. So in financial institutions there are majorly two categories. One is DII, domestic institutional investors, and the second one is FII, foreign institutional investors. Now under this DII part, there can be insurance companies, there can be mutual funds, there can be portfolio managers, and so on. And for the FII, there can be foreign portfolio managers, like that, foreign mutual funds, pension funds, anything. So this public category 66.08, so this 66.08% shares of Tata Steel, anyone can buy these shares, any government, anyone. this is available for the public at large to just buy and sell. So if you click on this statement showing shareholding pattern of the promoter and promoter group, if you click it here, this page is opening. So here you can see Tata Sons Private Limited, right? And what is their percentage of shareholding here? Can you see it? Is this visible to you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now just look at one thing carefully. This is Indian. Under Indian category means this is Indian promoter. So who is this Indian promoter? Any other specify? So here it is 33.92%. So actually Tata Sons Private Limited holds 32.46% shares of Tata Steel. Tata Motors Limited promoter group, as you can see. So this is the main promoter and this is the promoter group. Do you know what is the difference between promoter and promoter group?
No, sir.
A main promoter is the promoter and promoter group means small promoters who has taken stake for promoting this business. So promoter group, you can see it is Tata Motors Limited and they hold 0.45% shares. Then Tata Investment Corporation Limited holds 0.34%, and just like that Tata Chemicals holds this much, like that Tata Capital, Tata Motor Finance, Tata Industries Limited, like that these companies hold this much of shares. So subtotal you can see it is 33.92. So, and see there is one category. Are you guys able to see this? A2 foreign, left corner below.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Foreign category. Can you see that there is nothing written over there? It is 0. So for
Yes,
this
sir.
company there is no foreign promoter, right? Is this clear to you?
Yes, sir.
For
Got
few
it.
companies, for few companies, if we just do our research like that, let us take you through it because this is quite important. So the shareholding pattern you must understand it fully in depth. So if you look at say 3M, yeah, just a minute. 3M India. So this brand produces Scotch Brite, right? So 3M India, if you go down and click on shareholding, so this page will open, right? So are you guys able to see? There is promoter and promoter group holding 75% of the shares of this company, and public holds only 25% shares of this company, right? So if you scroll down, statement showing shareholding pattern of the promoter and promoter group, if you click on it, then you can get to see that there is no Indian promoter for this 3M India Limited. Although their name is 3M India, but there is no Indian promoter here. Promoter Indian stakeholding is 0%. For the foreign ones, individuals, non-resident individuals, foreign individuals, in this category they are holding this much. You can see under this subsection 3M company is the promoter. So 3M company is holding 75% of it, and who they are? Non-resident individuals, 75% they hold, right? So now for Tata Steel you can see that it is all Indian promoter. There is no foreign promoter. 3M, it is totally foreign promoters, no Indian promoter. Is this clear to you, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now let us also look at this thing. See, there are 3 more links. Statement showing shareholding pattern of the public promoter. Statement showing shareholding pattern of the non-promoter non-public shareholder. Right. Details of disclosure by trading members holding 1% or more of the total number of shares. So this is for the people like Rakesh Jhunjhunwala and those people. Statement showing shareholding pattern of the non-promoter and non-public shareholder. We will also look at it. First, let us look at this link. Second one. You click on it. So this was for the promoters. So let us remove this one. Let us also remove this page. Yeah. So this is for 3M India institutions. So this is for the public shareholder, right? Statement showing shareholding pattern of the public shareholder. So these are the public shareholders. As you can see, mutual funds, UTI, unit linked insurance plan. So see, total mutual fund holds 5.51% stake in this company. So here UTI holds 1.58%. SBI equity hybrid fund holds 1.15%. Foreign portfolio investors, I told you about it just sometimes back, right? FPI, foreign portfolio investors, 4.38%. So others specify, putting it all together, 1.50. Qualified institutional buyer, 1.50. Just like that, if you subtotal this entire thing, mutual funds, under this mutual funds, these are the mutual funds, then foreign portfolio investors, this is foreign portfolio investor, foreign institutions and banks, 0, insurance companies, 0, any other specify, and small investors, putting it all together, 1.50. Qualified institutional buyers, so under this category, this, putting it all together, it is 11.39. Is this clear? Now, why I am taking you
Yes,
guys
sir.
to through all these things? Why it is so important? It is definitely important.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, these are all kind of mutual funds, right?
Have you seen it? Just look at it. Who they are? UTI mutual funds, under mutual funds category. There is SBI equity hybrid fund and UTI, right? Unit linked
Yes,
insurance
sir.
plan. So they are these two shareholders only comes under the mutual fund category. Then foreign portfolio investor is there, foreign institutions and banks, insurance companies, any other specify, they are qualified institutional buyers. Right. So these are
Sir,
the
but I've seen them categorized in small cap and large cap.
pardon.
Sir, somewhere I've seen them like small cap mutual funds, large cap mutual funds.
It can be, but this is not
Uh,
a small cap company, right?
okay, sir.
It is dependent on actually it depends on like that mutual fund. Is it like totally focused for the are they totally focused in the small cap sector or large cap sector? If it is a large cap fund, then they will invest in large cap fund and they can keep their name of their scheme as maybe equity, SBI equity. In case of hybrid fund, they may write it here ki large cap fund or SBI equity small cap fund. So it's just name of that scheme. It doesn't concern us. Okay, is that clear? Is there
Okay,
anyone
sir.
who has any doubt?
Yes, sir, I have one doubt.
Yeah, you can ask.
So, what is the difference between foreign portfolio investor and a financial means I want to ask that uh, financial institution includes only financial means banks and something. And if company invest means foreign company invest in this company, that their data will come under foreign portfolio investors.
It depends again
Company, not
because
individual.
I understand that. So for that, yeah, it's a quite tricky question you asked. It's good. If any company invests, right? Like Google buying the stake of Reliance, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I will take you through that example also. I will show the shareholding pattern of Google as well here, right? In the Reliance, I will take you through it. Just remember this question. I will take you through it again. Just a second. 0.51 plus 1.58 plus 1.15 plus 4.38 plus 1.5 plus 1.5. So this is this much. Okay, mutual funds. Okay, 5.51 plus Are you guys clear with these calculations? If you guys total all these figures, it won't be 11.39. So under the mutual funds category, these are the major mutual funds who holds some significant stake in this company. But there can be many other. See, number of shareholder, it is 21. But UTI is only one shareholder, SBI is only one shareholder. And what about this rest 19 shareholders? So if you add 1.58 plus 1.15, this won't become 5.51, right? So who are those mutual funds who are holding this rest percentage of shareholding here? These rest 19 mutual fund shareholders, right? Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let us look at now foreign portfolio
Sir.
investors.
Sir, so where we will get other 90 shareholders, means mutual funds name?
Probably they are holding less than 1%. If they hold
Oh,
less than
okay.
1%, then their name won't be disclosed. But if it is more
Yes,
than
yes.
1%, then it has to be published. See, foreign
Sir,
portfolio investors, yes.
sir, if I'm to take an example of foreign portfolio investors, then it would be Sequoia International.
It should be, I think,
Can it
under.
be?
I think it should come under financial institutions.
Okay, sir.
Financial institutions and banks, one, you can see. Then insurance companies, one, but it is negligible. Others specify. This category, so like that. So if you just scroll down a bit, central government or state governments or president of India doesn't hold any stake here. Non-institutions. So this is quite important. Individual share capital up to 2 lakhs. Individual share capital in excess of 2 lakh. So what is this? Suppose you are holding shares of this 3M India. You have shares of 3M India worth more than 2 lakh rupees. Then you are one of these people, and if you have shares of 3M India who holds less than 2 lakh rupees of share, means the value of the share that you hold in a demat account, if it is more than 2 lakh, you are among this category. If you have shares of say if you have shares of 3M India of rupees 1 lakh in your demat account, so you belong to this category. Okay, so this is the percentage. You can see NBFC is registered with RBI, they hold this much stake. Any other specify, you can see these are the people who are holding. So putting it all together, it is 25%. Now let us go through. Yeah, any doubt?
Sir, it's quite less according to the population.
Yeah, what to do? Okay, there is nothing. So okay, fine, there is nothing. Details of disclosure by trading members holding 1% or more of the total number of shares. This is actually an MNC, right? And 75% shares are held by the promoter, so there is very least scope, and the share is actually valued at 24,985.90. So it's a bit difficult to get too much of our small shareholders in place. So for that, we should also look at Tata Steel's. Tata Steel's shareholding pattern should be quite interesting to understand. Let us go through it. Yeah, so Tata Steel has appeared. You scroll down, click on shareholding pattern. See, then it gets loaded. So we checked this one link earlier, right? About the promoter and promoter group, Tata Motors, Tata Sons, we have gone through it, right? So now statement showing shareholding pattern of the public shareholder. Let us visit. Yes. So these are the public shareholder. You can see shareholding pattern, public shareholder, quarter ended December 2021, Tata Steel Limited. Script number is given, script code is given there. What is the script code? Look at this number, 500470. 500470, this is their BAC code. BAC, Bombay Stock Exchange's code. So if you just do this one only, this is required. You should remember it, 500470. 470. 500470 कहाँ गया? Okay, sorry, space shouldn't be here. Yeah, can you see it? If you have just this code only, you can find a share. And why it is required? While you will be working with some large institutions, there you should you may even just given the shares code only, and you may have to find out the share and what is the ticker from this code only. And like if you are into any business of like what do you call these things? Uh, in relationship manager in any brokerage house, they also this kind of code are being used there. Okay, so this is why the code is also important. This is BSc, this is NSC code. Okay, now let us look at the share statement showing shareholding pattern of the public shareholder. So mutual funds holds 10.37%, 73 mutual funds, and who are the major shareholders? Who are the major mutual funds who are holding some significant stake? SBI, ICICI Prudential 2.29%, SBI holds 10.37%, alternate investment fund, this is 0.06%. Do you know what is alternate investments?
So private equity and hedge funds.
Okay.
No, sir, I did.
Like those alternate investment guys are those guys who invest not only in traditional investment schemes, but also they have like various avenues to invest. They can be hedge fund managers, it can be hedge fund, private equities, even those who invest in real estate, gold, commodities, share market, putting it all together. So they can invest wherever they want.
Okay.
Okay, alternate investment funds holds only 0.06%. Foreign portfolio investor that we were talking about. So this is 21.36%. It holds a significant stake. Now, who are these foreign portfolio investors? Let us look at it. Government of Singapore, Government Pension Fund Global, their stake. These are the major people, major shareholders you can see. Financial institutions and bank, this percent. Insurance companies, this percent. And you can see LIC holds this much 6.40% of shares of this company, Tata Steel. Then central government or state government, President of India, you can see holds nothing. Central government, state government, President of India, here it holds some stake. Subtotal of B2 is this. Then non-institutions, as we were talking about it, individual share capital in excess of 2 lakhs. So suppose you have Tata Steel's share worth of rupees 10 lakh. You have Tata Steel shares which is valued at 10 lakh rupees currently. So you belong to this category. If you have shares of Tata Steel of say 50,000 rupees, or even just one share of 1100 and whatever rupees, 1167.50 rupees. If you have just only one share of Tata Steel, then also you belong to this category, because individual share capital up to 2 lakhs, and beyond that you belong to this category. If you are rich, you are actually from this. If you are not rich, actually it is not about rich or poor. If you are like a new person in the market, then you can also like belong to this category. So this is the percentage. But yes, why this retail participation is so important? Can you see it? Retail guys, retail people like you and me hold 16.03% of this entire company. So why retail investors are so important? And during the days of like volatility, why a share like goes up and goes down so in a illogical manner? This is the reason. When a company is shared, 16.03% shares are held by people like you and me who doesn't have much information about the company. So volatility just it's quite evident, isn't it? All of you.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
तो देख लीजिए बाकी, these are the small shareholders. Let us not look at it. Now someone was asking me about अरे कहाँ चला गया, Reliance Industries. So yeah, what question did you have? asked this question?
Me, sir.
Yeah, so what was your question?
That in foreign portfolio invest, they include companies from foreign or they are just individuals investor.
Okay. Foreign portfolio investor you are asking, right?
Yes, sir.
Who are these foreign portfolio investors? See, in our previous shareholding pattern of Tata Steel, did you see that it was Singapore government?
Yes, sir.
So, if you have this question, who are these foreign portfolio investors? You do one thing, you go to Google, you read about it, you share the same link in the group, in the knowledge value search group. All of us should go through it. Then we shall come back on our next step and should go through it. But foreign portfolio investors, as you just asked me, it can be yes individuals and companies like people like this also, like governments, large institutions. It can be even like that also. But for the definition part and for more detail, I think you guys, all of you should go through it. Now for the Google thing that we were talking about. So promoter and group, they are holding 50.61% for Reliance and public holds 49.39%, right? So now who are these shareholders? So many investments were made in this company in recent past, as we have heard, right? So let us look at it. Individuals or Hindu undivided families.
Sir,
Yeah.
sir, I have one doubt that we are looking in BSC's website about this all data, but when we buy shares from some brokers or something, so there are two exchanges, BSC and NSC. So when we see, means for example, today's data of means bid and ask, there are difference in BSC's bid and ask number and NSA.
Definitely,
So
yes.
we are seeing the delivery shareholding now. So is comprises of both NSC or BSC, or we are looking the data of means only BSC. Means I am asking the total number of shares of the company.
So the total number of shares that you are seeing here, let us look at it. The total number of shares, it is always fixed. So grand total, it is always fixed. It is in the balance sheet of the company. I think there is someone who can, explain something about this capital structure. We have Ayushi. Ayushi? Ayushi?
Hello?
Ayushi? You're a chartered
Hello?
accountant, right, Ayushi?
Yes,
So can you please take us through it, this number
yes,
of
sir.
shares?
Of which, sir? Reliance.
Yeah, for any company for that matter. Yeah, for
Hello?
even for Reliance, you can say, what is this all about? This authorized share and paid up share. What are these things? Can you please tell us? Issued and paid up capital. What are these things?
Authorized share capital is like authorized share capital is like company has got it authorized that this can be our maximum share capital at a given point of time. So suppose any company has decided ki depending upon their size and how much they want to have maximum equity, which is the thing which they can raise shareholders. Suppose they've decided 1 lakh crore they wanted to 1 lakh. Suppose they wanted to keep as author capital. About of that 1 lakh, considering 1 lakh shares at the rate of rupees face value of 1. So out of that they decide ki, okay, out of 1 lakh, the whole 1 lakh shares we don't want to issue as of now. We will issue only suppose 80,000. So 80,000 the company has issued. So that 80,000 at the rate of 1, so 80,000 becomes issued share capital. Authorized will be 1 lakh, but issued will be 80,000.
And what is
If
this
in that
paid up?
issued also, there can be fully paid up, partly paid up,
Okay. And
like
what
this
is
it will
this
be there.
fully and partly paid up? Why shares are partly paid up? Fully paid up, I think all of us understand. During their IPO, it
Partly
was
paid
fully
up.
subscribed and all those stuff, right?
Partly paid up is suppose it is like a company will call like suppose a share is of 10 rupees, so company can call for the money at different this one installments, like different cases, like first they call for 2 rupees, then 4 rupees, then 2 rupees, like this. So that become suppose they have called for only 2 or 6 rupees from the shareholders, so that is called as partly paid up share capital. Partly balance they need to still call
Okay, so
from the
why
shareholders,
this
balance
part? Why
amount of.
companies issue this partly paid up shares? Because we have seen many times that companies, even Tata Steel, even Reliance earlier, I saw that they had this partly paid up shares. What is the reason behind this? Why do they do it?
Partly paid up share capital when they don't want it to increase so much of the share capital, because in case of fully share capital, what will happen, they have to all that full to be full shareholders. Partly paid up may after suppose in the long run, suppose any share is 10 rupees, so they have called only 4 rupees, 6 rupees yet to be called, so 4 rupees, and then that will become partly paid up. And suppose going forward the company feels that okay, they don't want to issue balance, they don't want to call balance 6 rupees, so what they will do, that they will partly paid up, they will convert into fully paid up. How they will convert into fully paid up? That 4 rupees they will reduce the number of shares and they will convert that into 10 rupees, so that their shareholding, their equity does not get too much enhanced.
Okay. So in case of Yes Bank, as we are discussing about this shareholding pattern today, so in case of Yes Bank, we saw that instantaneously their number of equities increased, and SBI government requested SBI and LIC to jump into this scenario to rescue Yes Bank, right? So their equity number of equities increased dramatically. What was the reason behind it? Like, did government do anything with the authorized capital?
No, actually, as per my knowledge, what happened is, so there is shareholders. Suppose equity shareholders are there, which is the primary holder, which has been issued as equity. But there are other like debentures, convertible debts. In the case of banks, so they have an option of equity option conversion. Suppose if a company is
So
unable to pay
convertible
the debt,
debentures,
then
convertible preferred shares, like that,
convertible. So,
right?
so they have the option. Okay, in that case, they can convert. They can become the equity shareholders of the bank. So the bank was not in a good condition, so they don't be able to pay. So they exercise their option. All exercise their option, and bank also they write it off and they didn't pay. So they all exercise their option to become equity shareholder. What will happen? What will the advantage for the bank will be in the case of equity shareholders? Because equity shareholder will have the residual rights. Suppose any assets liquidate of the bank in after creditors or after all statutory liabilities. So whatever will be there, that will only be paid to the shareholders, whether it will be less or more, whatever that should be the residual payment should be there to the shareholders. So the banks intentionally they didn't pay and they write it off full debts, and they ask them to okay you can exercise the equity option. So they have become equity shareholders of the bank.
Great, great, great. So for all of you, I think those who have just done BCom or BBA, or who are doing their MBAs right now, so I think most of you have gone through these things during your school days, right? There used to be one chapter regarding the equity shares, right? Issue of shares. There used to be one chapter, right? So are you guys
Yes.
understanding now that what practically it actually looks like? And what is this convertible debentures and bonds that we used to study, convertible preference shares we used to study? Are you guys now understanding? Can you guys relate to those
Yes,
theories
sir.
now in real life?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Ayushi, tell us also one thing about this partly paid up share that we
Yes,
used
sir.
to study in our school days or even in our colleges, and even in our CA level. No, not CA. CA. I think it was in my CA CPT time. Issue of shares. This chapter was there in my CPT, right? So there we used to do 10 rupees face value equity shares issued at issued at par, let us say, and then equity share first call, then 2 rupees was used to be called, then like that, 5 rupees, 3 rupees, 2 rupees, like that. So this is the partly paid up share, right? Exactly. And for the fully paid up share, they choose
Right,
the
right.
route of either what should I call it, IPO. That can be one route, and what can be other routes? In case of rights issue, It is also comes under. It can
Mostly paid
also
up.
no for the rights.
Right issue is basically giving to the existing shareholder. Means
Hmm.
suppose any company has 1 lakh
So they reduce the
equity.
share price
And
and
now
issue
they
more number of
wanted
shares
to
for them,
increase
right?
the size, or they wanted to. No, for increasing also. Suppose any company wants to give now 2 lakh shares, so they wanted to give preference for the existing shareholders who already had the existing. So they will give a right issue, means they will give existing, they will take a percentage like suppose 0.5 1 is to 0.5 is to 1, like who's already existing one shareholder, they will be given 0.5 shares. 2 1 is to 2, like who's already 2 share, give 1 share. Like this, they will give right share, right? And a lot. This is kind of issues.
Good. So I am going to give a task to you guys. Shruti, Shruti Sharma, Rajsu
Yes,
Pratik,
sir.
Shruti Sharma, Rajsu Pratik,
Yes.
and Chirag Saigal. Shruti
Yes, sir.
Sharma, Rajsu Pratik, Chirag Saigal. You guys have to make a presentation, a PPT, on what is rights issue.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Three of you
Okay, sir.
will be working together as a team, and all the components of what is rights issue, how it is done, you guys are going to cover. Three of you will be working as a team, and you guys have to submit this report by tomorrow. We'll be sharing this on our LinkedIn page. Okay?
So it would be a presentation or a
Yeah,
report?
PPT. PPT. You have to make a presentation on PPT, and it should contain all the elements of it.
So rights issue.
So how
Rights
many
issue.
slides? So how many slides?
As much as you think it is required,
Okay, sir.
it should not be unnecessarily long, and you should
Okay, sir.
decorate it with good examples and real life examples. If you can take it, will be really good. Not like ABC company. Don't go for it. Try to find out who came up with the rights issue most recently, and you can just do it. Right?
All
Okay,
right,
sir.
sir.
Okay. Just can you just hold on for a second? हाँ अस्सी. Hello. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Sorry for the interruption. So yeah, you three of you will be working as a team. Now, how you can make a team is in the Valuesearch internship group. You guys write down your name over there after the end of this meet, and three of you connect with each other. And then, if it is required, you guys can conduct a Google Meet by yourself and get the work done. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So Shruti, Rajsu, and Chirag, right?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Am my screen is my screen is visible to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now let us look at this Reliance Industries statement showing shareholding pattern of the promoter and promoter group. So just let us look at it. Mukesh Dhirubhai Ambani. You can see what is their shareholding right here, right? Nita Ambani. Just look at it for now. Don't jump into conclusion right at this moment. Isha Ambani, Akash Ambani, Anand, KD Ambani, Kokil Dhirubhai Ambani. She is, Mukesh Ambani's mother. Any other specify promoter group you can see? follow this column along with the names. Okay, this is the part of promoter shareholding. Now let us get into this one. SBI, follow this column. Sorry, you guys left with any doubt?
Sir. So in the Reliance Group, sir, I saw the name of the members of the family. Why do they have so less holdings? Like 0.85, 0.12, 0.12.
Because they have shareholdings into these companies as well, and they are not directly holding, but they are holding these shares through these group companies.
Acha, acha. Promoter group, yes, sir, I see now.
Okay, so now what you guys have to do is very simple. Just go to Tata Steel, open shareholding pattern, and go to the promoters, and just summarize these things. What is the percentage of shareholding held by Tata Sons? You just take it down, and in the others category, you just put all these things together in a place. Tata Motors Limited, then Tata Investment Corporation. You just put all this data in others category. Go to this public list. Write down mutual funds. Then just include this data in your Excel sheet. Under FPI, as it is just given, you make a heading of foreign portfolio investor. Making means you make one inner column and you make one outer column. In the inner column, you can put all this small data, and the main total you can put it in the outside column. That's all you have to do with the shareholding pattern. Now, what are the companies you are going to work? And why it is so important? Why do we need this? We need this because we want to understand the current shareholding pattern of these companies. Now this is easily available here, right? So why do I need this? Why I am telling you guys to put it in an Excel sheet? It is because while we are analyzing 4 steel companies in a row, so then it is very difficult to shift from one web page to another web page to compare. The comparison becomes pretty difficult. Like if I want to analyze Tata Steel versus JSW Steel, it will be really difficult. But if you have things side by side, then it will make it really easy. So this work Abhishek Sahgal.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Who is this Abhishek Sahgal? Then here,
Sir, actually, I'm using two devices here
why?
because of the audio issue.
Okay. Who is this Chirag Sahgal?
That's me again, sir.
Oh, okay, fine. So then, Ankit Datta, you work on Tata Steel
Okay.
to make the this shareholding data. Vavik, you work on Steel Authority of India Limited. Chirag,
Sorry, sir.
Steel Authority of India Limited. Vavik,
Yes, sir.
Steel Authority of India Limited.
Okay.
Chirag, Jindal Steel and Power.
All right, sir.
Write it down. Kanishka,
Yes,
JSW
sir.
Steel. JSW Steel.
Okay.
Nikhil, Tata Steel.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Prasanjit,
Yes, sir.
Steel Authority of India Limited. Rajsu,
Yes, sir.
Tata Steel.
Okay, sir.
Rishabh, Jindal Steel and Power. Soumya,
Yes, sir.
Steel Authority of India Limited.
Sir, steel?
Steel Authority of India Limited.
All right, sir.
Shruti,
Yes, sir.
Tata Steel.
Okay, sir.
Shubhang,
Yes, sir.
you did on JS Steel, right? Or Steel Authority?
No, still at home.
Okay, then you don't have to do it.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So Ayushi, what about you? Have you like gone through those reports and links?
Yes, sir.
You have.
The JSW report I have gone through.
Yes.
Hello?
Yeah.
JSW report I have gone through. Others I have not gone through links.
Okay.
Huh.
Why? What about others? Why haven't you gone through it?
Sir, actually, na, I don't get that much of time because this is a monthly closing also, na, because of the month end.
Yeah, that is true.
So
Where do
my
you
all
work?
audits, everything is there, and
Okay. Where do you work?
organization. So it is difficult for me to manage.
Where do you work?
Hmm?
Where do you work?
Where I work at this one, BL, Bharat Electronics Limited.
Oh, Babu. Good. Is it a government job?
Yeah.
अरे सरकारी नौकरी. Good, very good. Okay, so as you are having some pressure in office, I won't be like forcing you to do anything. Just whenever you get free, go through CRISIL report.
Okay.
You read the CRISIL report.
Okay.
Then you go through the IBEF link. Okay.
Hmm.
You just go through IBEF link. You just go through CRISIL report.
Okay.
Then make a sectoral overview on steel sector.
Sectoral overview on steel sector.
Yeah.
Okay. Steel sector.
And whatever other links you should go through, you can see. I have shared some of the links with you, right? I think I have shared many links with you, but whatever you should also study from other sources as well, and you should be able to find it out by yourself, right? So, what is crude steel? How do you produce it? What is pig iron? What is wrought iron? What is sponge iron? What is directly reduced process? what is blast furnace method, how they are replacing the coal thing with hydrogen. So you should be able to find all these things. And from where do they source their raw materials? Are they sourcing it from Australia or Brazil? For the global producers, I'm saying it, like China, they mostly procure their raw material from Australia, then from Brazil, then from India. So India, for Indian producers, from where do they procure the raw material? So these things you should be like looking at it, because these things are really important inputs for steel sector, right? Because you have you need iron ore, you need coal, you need what do you call this, calcium carbonate. So all these stuffs are required, right? So you should be like going through all those stuff, keep from where these companies source their raw material, procure their raw material, and what is the price pattern, because this is a commodity thing, right? So like the price is really important, right? And who are going to be the end user, what is going to be the impact on them, what is the global demand and supply scenario, you should understand that. So anyways, Ayushi, as you know that we are recording these classes for last 2 days. You didn't miss much. You just missed a very simple thing, I think. Okay, we will be getting through it once again today. So you just read as much as you can, and you start working on Indian steel sector overview, and it would be a global overview. Then you come to Indian steel sector as well. Okay. So first you cover what is happening globally, how is their R&D spend, and how this industry is dependent on capex and all those stuff. You just analyze those things and make a report.
Okay.
And also there is one thing I am going to share with all of you. Just look at it. So when you
I
just
don't want to prepare the shareholding pattern.
shareholding, do you want to do? If you want, you can do.
Okay, I'll do for coffee, no problem. Shareholder, I can do.
Yeah, it's very simple. This is why I'm asking you.
Okay, I will do, no problem.
This is so simple. Are you willing to go through it, or I have something better to give you? I have something
Okay.
better to give you.
Okay,
You
other
go
thing
for
you
that.
give, because now I don't.
Shareholding pattern is pretty childish. Don't go for it. I have something better for you. Just wait.
Okay.
So when you come to this area, anyways, yeah. So you come to Tata Steel Limited. Yeah, you just come to Tata Steel Limited. Then you scroll down. As you can see, there is one tab, announcements, corporate action, bulk, right? Can you guys see this?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so there is one
Yeah.
arrow, right? There is one arrow over here. So you guys just click on it.
Okay, okay.
Okay, so everyone should look at it. If you guys have any doubt, you should ask. So, corporate announcements, it is coming under this section, right? So, what are the things? Compliances, details of loss of certificate, blah blah blah, many things. So there is press release, media release, right? So you should be looking for this press release or media releases. If you click on it, then view this PDF like that.
Okay.
This is not what we are looking for. So what we are looking for is, the company has already disclosed before their result that what their estimated volumes can be, provisional volumes can be. Company has already declared this.
Okay.
So what financial, what equity analysts do is that for making the projections, for making the forecast in the financial model, they take the help of these data. So for the forecasting thing, which is done in the financial model, there should be something substantial. It cannot be just on air, right? So like हवाई महल खड़ा करके तो कोई forecast ठीक नहीं हो सकता है ना. So for that, we need something original. We need something authentic source. So so that we can make the estimate, right?
Okay.
So for that, you should, you should be checking all these press releases. See, there is a shareholding for period ended December 31, 2021. So I am looking for a press release where I can get the volume numbers. So there is one press release announcement under Regulation 30 LODR press release immediate release. Click on this one. View this PDF. Now if you scroll down, it is there. You can see it is to the BAC, it is to the NAC, National Stock Exchange, and Bombay Stock Exchange. Subject press release. What they are releasing here, please find it closed. The press release titled Tata Steel 3Q, third quarter of FY22 production and delivery volumes. And this is provisional. This is not 100% perfected, but it's provisional data. So you just scroll down, all of you. Is there anyone who has any doubt till this point?
No, sir.
Okay. So just you are on the second page. So you can see Tata Steel third quarter FY22 production and delivery volumes provisional. So now, other than Ayushi, you don't answer me. What is the difference between this production and delivery volumes? Is there anyone who can tell me, other than Ayushi and other than those people who were with me in the last meeting? Can you tell me?
Yes.
No, not you. Soumya?
Sir, I'm trying to understand production and delivery volume.
Production and delivery volume. What about you, Prasenjit Saha? Prasenjit Saha, what is the difference between
Yes,
the
sir.
production and delivery volumes?
I don't know, sir, but I can guess.
Sir,
Yeah.
yes, sir. I guess delivery volume is the volume of the stock which is actually delivered to the buyer out of the complete volume. So production volume will be the complete production volume, what all the product is being
So we
produced.
used to study something as closing stock, right? In our accounts, basic accounts plus 12th accounts. There
Right,
used to
sir.
be something closing stock, right? So what is this closing
Yes.
stock? We used to have opening stock in our accounts. So from where did we used to get this opening stock?
Sir, from the
From the remaining of
no,
production
remaining of the
plus we
closing
had
stock. Yes.
opening stock minus this
Right.
delivery. We used to have closing stock, and that used to be the opening stock for the next quarter, right?
Yes, sir.
Is this clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you can ask.
No, sir, it's clear.
Chaliye, okay. So just look at it. So Mumbai, January on 7th of January 2022, they released this press release, right? So you can see what it is written over here. 9-month FY22 India production grew 16% year on year, and domestic deliveries grew 19% year on year. So what is this YOY and what is QOQ? Can you please explain, Prasenjit?
That's quarter on quarter and year on year.
Okay, what does it mean by quarter
Means
on
difference
quarter?
between previous year and present year, or comparing 2 years. So taking earlier year
That is
versus the
year on year,
next
right?
year.
And
Yes.
Soumya, what is this quarter on quarter?
What, sir? What
What
is?
is quarter on quarter? QOQ, quarter on quarter.
Sir, no idea of this.
Let me take you through it from the very basics. What is YOY and what is Q, capital Q, small o, capital Q? That is quarter on quarter, year on year. So what is this year on year? If you just calculate this data, you will understand. So okay, first let us read some more areas over here. It is production volume, right? You can see it is third quarter of FY22 provisional data, second quarter of FY22 actual data. Can you see the difference? It's provisional and it is actual data, right? And this is for third quarter of FY21 actual data, and this is 9-month ended FY22 provisional data and 9-month ended FY21 actual data, and all figures are in million tons. So whenever you guys are going to read anything about the steel sector, it is primarily the basic unit is going to be in million tons. Okay, million tons. And how it is, like, what can be the short form? It can be MNT, it can be MT. You should just read and, like, try to articulate, right? You should be able to understand this, that it can be in million tons only. So if it is like, very in small units, then it can be like 0.27, you can see, but even it can be 0.007, like that also it can go, but it will be only in million tons, because in steel sector, as it is too much of volume, so we use this million ton unit over here. Now, what is this year on year? We will be looking at it shortly. Yeah, so here we can see 9-month FY22 India production grew 16% year on year. Now look at this data. This is 9-month FY21 actual data was there, 12.18 million tons, and in this financial year, 9-month financial year, their production data is 14.16. So if you find the difference between 12.18 and 14.16, if you check, it is actually 16% added. Means if you just do 12.18 plus 16% equal to, then it will turn out to be 14.16. Okay, so this is year on year. एक साल you are comparing a quarter, any particular quarter of any financial year with the quarter of the previous financial year, same quarter of the previous financial year, that is year on year. आप इस साल के, इस करंट फाइनेंशियल ईयर के किसी क्वार्टर के साथ आप पिछले साल के, प्रीवियस ईयर के सेम क्वार्टर का आप अगर तुलना करते हैं, तो दैट इज ईयर ऑन ईयर. इज दैट क्लियर?
Yes.
Everyone, Soumya?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And quarter on quarter, what is that? This is if you compare two consecutive quarters, one after another quarter. So this was second quarter of FY22. If you compare this number with this number, third quarter FY22, so the financial year is same. एक ही सेम फाइनेंशियल ईयर में अगर आप पिछले क्वार्टर के साथ अगर आप करंट क्वार्टर का अगर कंपैरिजन करोगे, सो देन दिस इज कॉल्ड एज क्वार्टर ऑन क्वार्टर. एंड ईयर ऑन ईयर में होता है एक पर्टिकुलर फाइनेंशियल ईयर का किसी क्वार्टर के साथ अगर आप उसके प्रीवियस फाइनेंशियल ईयर के उसी क्वार्टर को अगर आप तुलना करोगे, देन इट इज ईयर ऑन ईयर. इज दैट क्लियर?
Yes.
And they are saying India's production grew 16%. So 16% you can calculate it right over here. And deliveries grew 19% year on year. So deliveries, if you look at it, if you just calculate, so this is a growth of 19%. You can calculate it personally right now on your calculator and find it out. So production volume, you can see Tata Steel India, Tata Steel Europe, Tata Steel Southeast Asia. So they have these three divisions they have classified. So as you can see, production volume, there is one small one written over here, right? So I was telling Bhushan sometimes back कि when something is like, there is something like that 1, 2, anything in number, and there is any notes attached to it, you must go through it. So what is this? Production numbers, India, crude steel production. You can see production numbers, it includes India, it is called as crude steel production. In Europe, it is liquid steel production. South Steel Asia, it is called as sellable steel production. It's the same thing. Okay, the steel that has been produced here, it It's the same thing, but there is only difference in names. So this is total production volume. So now there is Tata Steel India, there is a small 2 over here. So it is figures for Tata Steel India includes Tata Steel standalone. I was just explaining sometimes back what is standalone, right? Standalone means it is their core business, and consol means it is like a joint family. Joint family is consolidated, and a nuclear family is a standalone. So like in your family, if you have 4 people in your family, you, your parents and your brother or sister. So you are the only one, you are the standalone, and you along with your parents, your brother or sister is consolidated. Is it clear? So what happened is figures of Tata Steel India includes Tata Steel standalone and Tata Steel long products without eliminating intercompany transaction. Now what is this intercompany transaction? This is really crucial. You just get this word in your head, keep it in your mind for now. This is going to be really crucial while you will be doing the financial statement analysis. Figures for Tata Steel India includes. So this Tata Steel India includes Tata Steel standalone and Tata Steel long products without eliminating intercompany transaction. So it includes Tata Steel standalone plus Tata Steel BSL long products data here. And also Tata Steel standalone numbers have been restated from 1st of April 2019 to reflect Tata Steel BSL's merger into Tata Steel. So pehle it used to be only Tata Steel standalone, but now Tata Steel BSL has also merged with Tata Steel standalone, and now Tata Steel plus Tata Steel BSL has become one standalone entity. Earlier it used to be different. Now it is one standalone entity. For the management purpose, for the efficiency in management, for the efficiency in corporate governance, and also for the efficiency in production and all those stuff like corporate governance and anything, cost reduction, everything. Overall, for the managerial purpose, they merge this entity Tata Steel BSL into Tata Steel Consol. So we have Ayushi. Ayushi, put some light on this thing. What is this financial restatement? Yesterday I explained it to other people who were there in the same meeting. Ayushi?
Sir, yes, sir.
Yeah, so can you just tell us what it is? It
What,
is
sir?
really important, right? Let me show you. Tata Steel standalone numbers have been restated from April 1,
Okay.
2019 to reflect Tata Steel BSL's merger into Tata Steel. I explained this thing to all of most of the people who were present there in last meeting. Now this is your time. You can explain
Okay.
it. Yeah. So what is this restatement?
Uh,
Why it is required?
Actually, what will happen? Suppose Tata Steel alone was there. So in as on April 1st, 19. Suppose going in a year, suppose in December, Tata Steel has got merged with BSL merged with Tata Steel. So what will happen in the case of merger when two companies merge? So what will happen? Their assets will be added up, liabilities will be added up. So accordingly, the revenue, expenditures, and the whatever any national bill that will be eliminated. So
Whatever, what
that
will
will
be
be
eliminated?
merger. When we will intercompany transactions, the transaction between the both company. Uh, that will be eliminated. What will happen? So when at the end of the year, when we are presenting the financial statements, so now both the entities have become one because of after the merger. Now, as on 31st March 2020, we are presenting for Tata Steel plus Tata Steel BSL and Tata Steel because it got merged. And for the comparison, we are doing with 31st of the last year, 31st March 2019. So what will happen at that time? There was Tata Steel. So when any like financial user or will read the financial statements, they will get confused. They will think, ki, okay, all everything have become grown so exponentially. Like there was the asset of this much, now it has within a year it got increased so much. But this is not the true picture because it is not has grown. It would have grown, but because it was of the merger, it has grown. So what they have to do is they have to reset all the figures for the merger to prepare to just a true and fair view for the users to understand ki because the merger it has gone up and actually the whatever the performance
It
is
is
this
actually
one, so
not
they
their
can
organic
understand
growth.
from the
Actually, this is not the part of their organic growth. This is
from
an
the financial
inorganic growth,
statement.
right? So
Huh?
this is not an organic growth. This is an inorganic growth in the numbers. So this is why this restatement is required because of this merger.
Yeah. Just to and just to get the true and fair view of the statements and the users to understand the true picture of the financial statements of the company.
So Ayushi, can you tell me one thing? Like I haven't gone through the Companies Act. I think I should refer to it once. Is there anything like any rule there regarding key for how many quarters or how many financial years it should restate their financial statement? Is there any provision like that?
Restate, it is actually not in Companies Act, it is in accounting standards.
Okay.
It is in the accounting standards. So accounting standards govern the accounting guidelines of the company, the financial statements. So in that, it is like so it is depend like when it is first time adoption of India. So when it will be like you have to present three balance sheets, like one of the current year, one of the previous year, and then one of the corresponding opening of the year. And when there is any change or errors, then you have to restate. So there will be like different provisions when you have to restate, when you have to present, when so. But
So
generally, in the
it
case,
comes
there
under
are two
which?
comparative periods, like for this year and for the last year.
Okay, so like in which
Hello.
yeah, under which accounting standard it comes? Can you please refer? It
And
comes
it
with
will come
account.
under S1 financial statements presentation. Not
Can you?
consolidation. Further consolidation will be in Index 23.
Okay, can you share any okay, just you do one thing, Ayushi. You just WhatsApp me with these names. I have to go and study about it. I do not have a very clear idea about it, right? So you just send it to me on WhatsApp. Okay.
Hmm. Okay. Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay. So what you guys need to do is there is this notes over here. One, two, two. You can see it. So you guys just go through it. Three is there. So you guys have to date this. Then you guys have to go through all these bulleted points. There are 5 points here. And while you are just working on this, also read about this company as well, what it is written there. It's a very small, like 3 paras. You just go through it once. You guys just read this entire data which is available here. So what you have to do is in an Excel sheet, you put all this data in a tabular format. And what is the growth rate quarter on quarter? So you if you in an Excel sheet, let me demonstrate it to you. What I am saying is in an Excel sheet, so like you are doing this 3Q, then 2Q, so percent change, then you are doing it like 4.80, paste it, then what you can do is oh, sorry, what happened? Just do this much only. Just do this much only. Okay, is that clear to all of you? What do you have to do? Just a second. There is some technical issues. Just wait for a second. Wait for a minute. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hello. Am I audible now?
Hello.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Yes, sir.
I'm so sorry. I lost my connection. I'm so sorry. So yeah, this is what I was saying. Like how far you guys were able to see? No. Anyways, see what
Sir,
I
your
was.
screen got stuck, so we didn't basically saw anything.
Okay. So these are the volumes. Okay. These are the volumes.
Sir, sir,
Sir,
I think
your
you're
voice is
not sharing your screen, sir.
Oh God. Just a second. Can you see it now? No. Just a second. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So can you just see this? So this is the production volume for Tata Steel India. This is for the third quarter. This is for second quarter. So just copy all this data and put it on your Excel sheet like that. Yeah, you should. It should be more presentable, right? So do it. Just find out what is the growth that was observed. Means what is the percentage change? Means second quarter से आपका third quarter में कितना growth हुआ है? How much the volume has grown from second quarter to third quarter? Okay. Everyone,
Yes, sir.
just do this calculation for all this data.
Sir,
Yes.
I have one doubt that we are comparing the actual data versus provisional data. So, what is the basic difference between comparing both? Means
Company has
the
not come up
term
with the actual.
provisional versus actual.
Actual means this is taken from the last, financial statement means the last result. When the company published their result of second quarter of FY22, they came up with this data. But company has given a rough estimation, not actually rough, it is like close to perfection. So this is the provisional data. It is not 100% perfect yet. So yeah, after the result comes out for Tata Steel, then you will find that this will turn into actual, and for the fourth quarter when they come up with their press release, they will write 4Q FY22, they will write it here actual, and they, if there is any change, they will change the number, maybe 4.80, so it can be 4.81, like that, 2.556, it can become
It means
2.57.
provisional means estimation.
Not really estimate. Actually, this is the data provided by company, so it is close to perfection, but it is not like 100% accounting. नहीं हुआ है. The 100% हिसाब
Okay.
has not been done. Calculation has not been done, but yeah, it's close to perfection. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you guys find what is the difference? When how far it has grown quarter on quarter. You also find out how far it has grown year on year, means you have to compare with 3Q FY21 with 3Q FY22, and also you guys should be you guys have to analyze what is their growth on a 9th month basis. This is year on year. Okay, 9 month ended FY21, 9 month ended FY22. So provisional, why it is provisional? Because the third quarter's data is only provisional. So in total, actually in totality, if you look at the numbers, so it is like FY22 quarter 1 plus quarter 2 actual plus quarter 3 provisional. So this is the total is actually provisional, but actually the quarter 1 and quarter 2 is actual data plus the quarter 3 is provisional, so they have written here provisional. Okay, so you guys have to compare this with this also, and what is the percentage growth in the volumes, you have to analyze this. After that, you guys go through all this data all these bullet points that is given there, okay, and make a summary out of it. Okay, so why do you include this summary? Just include it in the Excel sheet like that you have done for quarters. Now what you have to do is, this is year on year, then make it, oh sorry, I mean this is to, this was what, quarter on quarter, this one was quarter on quarter, so Q, then make it year on year, then make it year on year, 9 month, year on year, 9 month. Is it clear to all of you? Everyone, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So just try to find out what is the percentage change, like how far their business has grown, their production and delivery volumes has grown. You guys just try to find it out, and then whatever is written there in these points, you guys have to go through it. You guys have to read all these points and make a summary out of it, where it should like contain all the data points in your summary. So where you now have to like make the summary after the table is made here. Okay, so you can add your summary over here below this. Okay, and please try to make it little presentable, because we have to, like, I have to present it to my company, so like our seniors will be looking at this data, so make it little presentable, okay. Is that clear to you?
Yes, sir.
So that's it for so that is going to be the work for all of you. Only Soumya and Prasenjit should stay back, and then rest of you can leave. So Ayushi, what you need to do is you make the like you find out this data for JSW Steel. Okay.
Okay, similarly like this.
JSW Steel.
Okay. Okay.
Only JSW Steel, you find out the same data, present it in a tabular form, and whatever the summary is given there, you just go through it and make a summary of it, and make a report on steel sector. Okay.
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 Sir, okay.
One more thing, Ayushi. Ayushi.
Yes, sir, yes.
You are a qualified chartered accountant, right? Completely done. Studies
Yes,
done.
sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Then I
Yes, yes,
have
yes.
something for you. I would like to assign it to you. I assigned it to someone
Okay.
else, but he was like also a semi-qualified CA. His only second group is left. He has appeared in the exam. Probably he will pass. His result will come. I hope it turns out to be positive. But yeah, I want you to look at one thing, that you go to Tata Steel's website.
Okay.
Then you find their most recent quarters financial statement Q2 FY22. You find out their financial statement.
Okay. Okay.
Their
Okay.
quarterly result. You just get it. Then there is one
Okay.
portion of EPS, right? Earning per share. You just look at it and
Okay.
explain me the calculation. How they have calculated that one, that data. If you want to refer, you can even
EPS, only EPS.
only EPS. You just calculate the EPS only. The data is given there, right? So how money
Oh,
if the EPS declared
yeah,
by
right.
you can only just even you can just only calculate the basic only. The diluted you can skip it for now, but if you want you can calculate the diluted ones as well. And if you need any reference as well, so you can even refer back to annual report also. Okay. So like if it is possible for you, you just make it for the most current quarter, means quarter 2, and you also look at the annual report as well, right? So the we also need the annual EPS also. So
Okay,
you
sir.
just make the calculation of annual EPS as well as the second quarter EPS, just EPS only. If you want, you can skip the diluted ones, right? Just go for the basic ones for now.
Okay.
Just find out what is how they have
Okay, sir.
calculated the basic EPS. That's all for you. That is and yeah, Ayushi, so you are going to work on Ashi. You will be working on the JSW Steels thing, right? So you have to get the volumes of JSW
Okay.
Steel and also make a report on steel sector. So this is going to be your task. I am not going to involve you in any other task. So today is Wednesday. You have Thursday. You have Friday, right? You can do one
All
thing.
this I keep by the end of the weekend. I'll something.
You do one thing. How much time do you think it will going to take? Because as you said that you have some pressure in your office, right? So just hold on for a second, right? Just hold on for a second. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. So probably you're really busy, right? At this point. Aishi, am I
Yes,
audible?
I have a very tight schedule actually from
All right,
morning.
then
I
you do one thing.
hardly
We are not going
2 hours
to do.
also like after this will be done.
Okay, it's very difficult, right? So you take your own time, and by next Monday, can you submit all these tasks?
Weekend Saturday off. I try to do Saturday Sunday. Whatever assignment I leave, I can do on Saturday Sunday. So Saturday Sunday I'll try to complete well. Uh, Maybe still it will take more time to this one, but other I can able to do the JSW steel and this
JSW
Tata steel
Steel's work
EPS
is only for
calculation.
15 minutes
This
work.
I have to be. Uh,
Yeah, and this EPS one,
that
you
is
must
other
like.
than the sectoral overview on steel sector. This
Yeah, Aishi, you give preference to this EPS calculation. First, you look at the EPS calculation,
Okay.
how they have made the calculation, and
Okay.
if you need any clarification upon this, what I am actually looking for, you can even ping me on WhatsApp. Okay. So what I am actually looking for, I can
Okay.
tell you there. So actually I'm recording this class, so it can't go on discussing so many things here. So I will be sharing this with many candidates later on. So yeah, so that's it for now. So actually you can now leave. Okay. You try. try it. You just work on the
Okay,
EPS one
thank
first.
you, sir.
Yeah, good night. Good night.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay, so for others, now this is your turn. So I have assigned you the volume once last day, right? Who got the volume once last day? How to get the volumes?
Sir, me.
You got the volume once last day, right? Have you done it? Are you done with it?
No, sir.
Why?
Sir, I had classes till 8 p.m. till night, sir.
Okay. Then and who else got this volume thing? Ankit, did you get the volume work last day?
I don't think so.
Okay. What about Rishabh and Shubham? You got the shareholding pattern, right?
Yes, sir. I submitted that
Okay.
to you.
Yeah, you have submitted, I know. So, like, have you made these additions over there, like the quarter-on-quarter growth and all those stuff?
Sorry, sir.
It this quarter-on-quarter or year-on-year growth, it was not there, right? In your
No, no,
analysis,
no.
it was
No,
not there.
you told only to do
Yeah, yeah, I didn't tell
shareholding
you, but
pattern.
yeah, you can just put it in your analysis and do one thing. You work on mm, you work on steel authority, right? Okay, this time you work on Tata Steel volume. Shubham,
Okay,
you work
volume.
on Tata Steel's volume. Okay, I told you about the shareholding data, right? Sorry, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so okay, you
Shareholding
were done with it.
pattern.
Yeah, shareholding pattern of sale. It one thing you work on Tata Steel. Okay, Ankit, you work on Ankit. What is your background? Like a qualification, like
Currently pursuing MBA.
okay. Then so you should be able to do JSW Steel. Rishabh, 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 you are not audible. Rishabh, you are not audible, but yeah, you work on this company JSPL, Jindal Steel and Power. Yeah, Rishabh, you are not actually audible, but it's fine. You work on Jindal Steel and Power for the volume data. For the volume part, you work on JSPL, Jindal Steel and Power. Okay, Rishabh. So, Nikhil, you finish your work. What I assigned you last day?
Sir, same JSW.
Okay, you do it. Ankit done. Okay, so Soumya and Prasanjit can stay. Rest of you can leave. Okay.
Sir,
Yeah.
for Tata Steel, I have to do shareholding pattern or
No, no, no.
volume
Only
thing.
volume. Only volume. And I also what I assigned you about the shareholding pattern. Shubham, which company I assigned you for the shareholding pattern?
Uh, Sorry, sir. My network went off. Can you repeat again?
Which company I assigned you to find out the shareholding pattern?
Yeah. Steel Authority of India.
Okay, you make the no, that is for the last day.
Hello.
Yeah, you did it on last day, right? So you
Yeah.
shareholding तो आपने कर दिया. Then in that case, you just work on the Tata Steel thing, right? You just work on this Tata Steel's. Just a second.
Okay, volume
একটু
thing.
পরে কথা বলছি.
Okay.
Yeah, so you work on this Tata Steel's volume once, and I just wanted to say something else also to you. Okay, let me go through the budgetary document once again. I will find something, definitely find something for you. Okay.
Okay, sir. So as of now, I have to do the Tata Steel volume thing along with summary of the bullet points of the from the press release, right?
Yeah, summary to everyone has to make. Volume and it is so they are in the press release, right? 5 bullet points that you saw. So you have to make the summary of it, and for the volume only, like you have to find out what is the growth. तेरी की लगे ना आज कुत्ते देवे ना हेलो हेलो शुभम hello am I audible
Sir, I'm not able to hear you.
hello am I audible now
Mm, not really.
hello hello am I audible now
Yes, sir, you are audible.
okay so Shubham that's all let
Your
me
voice is not clear, sir.
okay just a minute বলো হরি বল হরি বল বলো হরি বল ভেসে গেল কালী রামের ঢোল বলো হরি বল হরি বল hello 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 hello
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Actually, the connection is not really good. Let us, stop today's meet
Sir,
right
your
here.
voice is not clear. Okay,
I'm-
sir. Okay,
Yeah,
sir.
let us, wrap up today's meeting. It's already too late at night, right? So, yeah,
Right.
let's meet tomorrow. So, what are the tasks that I have given you?
Sir, you have assigned me with. Hello,
Hello? Yes, you are audible.
sir. Audible?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. So you have assigned me with Steel Authority of India Limited
Shareholding.
shareholders.
Shareholding pattern.
Work.
Shareholding
Yes,
pattern
sir.
only.
Yes, sir. So do I have to do the? Yes, sir. Sir, do I have to do the volume part also of that company?
Yes, you can do it. You can do one. No, volume part is not available for Steel Authority. And okay, what about Prasanjit? What I have assigned you?
Same, sir.
Oh, दोनों को Steel Authority दिया है.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
sir.
Okay. Then तो okay, Prasanjit Tata Steel का कीजिए and Soumya go for JSW production volume. ठीक है?
Sir, I have to go for.
Production volume of JSW Steel.
JSW.
And I have.
Prasanjit Tata Steel.
I will. Okay,
Sir, I
sir.
don't have to do Steel Authority
Yes,
of India.
that is the shareholding pattern that you must do. Plus this one.
Okay, sir. And volume part of JSW Steel.
So for doing this work, you have 2 days. So you do one thing, volume part
Okay.
you submit it to me tomorrow, both of you. Volume you submit by tomorrow, and the shareholding pattern you submit it by day after
Okay.
tomorrow. Okay. And one more thing for both of you
All
is
right.
that okay, Soumya and Prasanjit, this is your first class, right?
No, sir, this is my actually
Yeah.
third class. So,
No, that
but
I
the
know,
first
but
class
you
I have taken. What,
okay,
sir?
for Prasanjit it is first class, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let us do one thing. Let us meet tomorrow as well. Mm, tomorrow I will take you through many other things. Okay. Both Soumya and Prasanjit.
So
So
you
for
have to also tell us about the.
yeah, definitely I
So you
will.
have to actually tell us about the calendar sheet.
Yeah, I know that, but okay, I will be telling you those
Okay,
things.
sir.
Actually, you know what? I recorded yesterday's meet as well, but the problem is that money you cannot shift the time. Money if you were suppose that video is 1 hour long, right? So say for 20 seconds it is only result calendar.
Right.
Next 20 seconds it's something else. Next 20 something else. So you cannot suppose you have only you have seen
Okay,
till
sir.
20. So you cannot skip it till 40. So you cannot fast forward it. You cannot see the video. That is the main problem with
Yes,
that
sir.
recording. So I have I'm recording with something else today, the screen recording part, and I'll be sharing this thing on Google Classroom. Let's see. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So I have to edit this video and
Okay, sir.
then share on the Classroom. Um, okay, that's all. So you guys can install the Google Classroom. Not now, just wait for some time, please. Then I will tell you. Okay. Okay, that's it for today. Good night.
Okay, sir.
Good night.
All right, sir. Good night, sir.
And
Thank you,
Good
sir.
night, sir.
whatever news, Prasanjit and you read. Okay, Prasanjit. Whatever news you can read, you just read it. Okay, you can leave. Prasanjit, good night.